Welcome back to Hardworking Man. I'm Rachel, and sorry guys, but you're stuck with just me today. Heath has been busy working overtime and no time to split for our roadside stands, and they are empty. So that job is all mine today. I'm going to be working with our all-wood. I have our all-wood table set up so that I will just load the rounds directly onto the table and split from there. So you can see behind me this big giant pile of rounds, and that's what I'm going to be hand loading onto the table. So I know a lot of you see us work in tandem and go, yeah, it'd be nice to have a partner, someone to work with, that'll go faster and all that stuff. But I guess this is our first time having someone do it solo. I don't think Heath has done it solo. I think he always has me helping him. So it's a one-woman show today. So I will be taking the rounds, loading them myself onto the table, and then splitting, and then refilling, I suppose. Throwing them into the truck. So it's gonna take a lot longer, but stick around and follow along. Okay, I've got a nice little stack going on here. Decent amount of logs. So I'm gonna go get my pickaroon so I can reach the ones that are far away from me and get this bad boy fired up and get to splitting. Better, but I do it every time. Try to get as much as I can thrown to the bed of the truck from here, saving from having to bend over 100 times and pick them all up. Save your back. Under there. Otherwise, it's going slow. My son just got home and he's gonna hand record for me, so the tripod action is done. There's a lot of spiders on all this woods today. Daddy Longlegs. Almost time to refill the table. Look at all the wood this one table full does to that truck. Pretty good. Split a couple of these down. They're a little bigger than I want for the roadside stand, so make them a little smaller before I throw them in there. So what do you think? I think that's a decent amount of wood from 1 tableful of rounds. I think it's more than I thought it would be. So, hot and sweaty. All right, well, I'm gonna load more rounds into the table and keep splitting, so this thing is all the way full. I cannot have another summer splitting video without mentioning the Thermacell. I came out here just to like get things set up and I was dying. I was swatting mosquitoes left and right. They were attacking me. It was horrendous. So this thing is legit. We do not get paid. No one sent us this for free. They don't know who we are, but we've been using Thermacell for years. It's like a good 20-foot radius. It's as if there's no mosquitoes here. If you have to do outdoor work in the woods, for goodness sakes, up by my house, mosquitoes are terrible. Just set one of these things out. Let me know how amazing your life becomes when you're done. I will link what we buy in the description. It's on Amazon, just so you know exactly what we buy. You're gonna love it, promise. Obviously, this isn't ideal, having to grab the rounds off the ground to load them in here. I would much rather have it come from the dump trailer, but we had it full from when we had the Massey and filled it. And then Heath got a call for some free wood, so he had to dump it here so we could go and fill the dump trailer up with the free wood because his other dump trailer is rented out. So this is what we have to work with and it's fine. But for this round of table splitting, I am choosing all the smaller ones because I just hate having to move that wedge up and down, even though it's probably the nicest, easiest to move wedge, but it's just annoying to me. The least amount of work that I have to do, the better. So I'm not going to split all of that. Heath has plans for some of it, and I mean the bed's getting pretty full on that truck anyway, so I'm just going to keep going with the smaller ones and hope I don't sweat to death. This is a lot slower than my normal pace of working, but when I have to do everything by myself, I have no choice but to pause and not just keep sending those rounds through like I like. We want to give a shout out to a couple other really nice YouTube channels that sent us their stickers that made it onto our table. Check them out. I don't know that I need to split the rest of this table. This truck is getting pretty full. That's an 8-foot bed too. Not even 2 full tables worth of rounds. Well, that's a pretty doggone good load, I would say, for solo round for Rach. Just 2 loads on the all-wood table. I mean, I don't even know how many rounds that was, but that filled this 8-foot bed up pretty fast. And it should fill our roadside stands up perfectly well. So Heath should be happy when he gets home and sees that this work is done. Well, I have you here. Let me show you why Heath loves his beater trucks for work. This is our 16-year-old's truck he drives to school, and look what he did. He was working at the Little League field and just backed up into something metal and drug it the whole length of the box. He didn't hear it, he didn't feel it, he didn't know what happened. So it's a good thing the other side was smashed to crap so that Heath isn't so mad, because if this was a nice new vehicle, not good. So I just thought I'd share that. Thanks for watching. That's all I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed watching Rachel's solo session splitting. Be sure to thumbs up this video, comment below. We love reading your comments. We love engaging with you all, and hope you have a great day.